Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Chris Davis, and today we are going to do a Boruto related video, and this one will be about Kawaki. So if you haven't watched my video about Boruto Two Blue Vortex chapter 14, please go watch it. It was a really good chapter. Boruto is being interrogated by Ibiki and Konohamaru, and Boruto just stayed cool throughout the whole thing. Even when Ibiki was beating him up, he still stayed cool. But in this video, I want to talk about Kawaki. So now, Boruto Two Blue Vortex has been out for a year and 1 month now. A year and 1 month. And throughout that time, we've seen how much Boruto has grown. We've seen that he's not the spoiled brat he was in part 1. He's really skilled and he's like disciplined and he's very stoic. His character has taken a complete 180 since part 1. But Kawaki, on the other hand, has been, I'd say disappointing, but also I'm really starting to dislike his character, like hate his character. When Kawaki was first introduced to us in Boruto Naruto Next Generations and part 1 of Boruto, Kawaki wasn't an evil kid, he was just a misguided kid. He had a terrible background with a father that was drunk and abusive, and then Jigen, who was abusive and only saw him as like a vessel, which was Ishiki. Ishiki was controlling Jigen, and both of them only saw Kawaki not as a human being but as a vessel for Ishiki to resurrect in. And in part 1, you could feel sympathetic to Kawaki because he's just, through his life, he's been dealt like a very bad hand, and you feel sorry for him. And you believe and you think that if you could just change his environment, eventually over time he will become a better person and he will change, because he was the way he was in part 1 because all he knew was hate, violence. That's all Kawaki knew. Again, he had an abusive, drunken father, and then Jigen wasn't any better, or you could even say he was probably worse than Kawaki's drunken father. And so again, you were sympathetic to Kawaki, and you were on Naruto's side, like thinking, hey, if you just take him in and give him a better environment and show him some love, not overnight, of course not overnight, but eventually over time, Kawaki can become a better person if someone just teaches him what right is, bring awareness of how to be kind to people. But Kawaki didn't know any of that because no one ever taught him any of that stuff. He has no awareness of it. But if you just bring some awareness of some kindness and how to act in public and how to treat people, if you just bring some awareness to that, over time again he can change. But in Boruto Two Blue Vortex, you can't help but hate his character. His character went from this kid that was like you could be sympathetic to, that you could root for, that you could hope that he can learn how to love and get off the crutch of the ninja tools and the Kama seal and learn the Shinobi way, the way of hard work, and hopefully he gets a real family to this person. Like, how low can Kawaki go? Look at how far like Kawaki has fallen. Even if like his excuse for like everything he's done is that Momoshiki can hijack Boruto and he can kill everyone. Even if that's true, just you can't help but be disgusted about what he's done and how he's been acting. And don't even get me started on how he let himself go on his training. He's just been getting slapped around for like a little over a year now. Like ever since Boruto Two Blue Vortex came out, we've seen that Boruto has pulled ahead of him and there's an extreme gap between him and Kawaki, and Kawaki has just been complacent and just let himself go. And I was hoping, like, even before a year of Boruto Two Blue Vortex, that Kawaki would shape up, but no, he's just been getting slapped around in the manga, slapped around by Boruto, slapped around by the Claw Grind, slapped around by Mitsuki, slapped around by the Shinju Jura. It has not been looking good for Kawaki that he's let himself go, and you're wondering, how is he going to be a match for Boruto when we get to that, what is it called? A flash forward, that's what it's called. How do we get to that point in the flash forward sequence when Kawaki says to Boruto, the age of shinobi is over, and then Boruto's like, I'm still a shinobi? How do we get to that? I mean, at this point, there's no tension there because Boruto defeated Kawaki with a single punch. So, like, training wise, Kawaki has let himself go, but I'm really disgusted in Kawaki's character. I mean, look how far he has fallen. Like, how low can he possibly go? Okay, he takes advantage of the omnipotence and switches his life with Boruto, and everyone's hunting Boruto down. He also seals away Naruto and Hinata and says that Boruto killed them after the omnipotence. It's just, it doesn't get any lower than that. And you just have to say Momoshiki hijacking Boruto's body isn't enough. It's not enough. It's true that could happen and then, like, everyone's in danger, but that doesn't justify everything Kawaki's doing. I mean, if it did, then I think before the omnipotence happened, Shikamaru and Sasuke, when the rest of the Konoha Shinobi, wouldn't be hunting him down. They wouldn't have been hunting him down in part 1 if they believed what Kawaki said was the case, or if they believed, okay, yeah, what you're doing is justifiable. Even if Momoshiki can hijack Boruto's consciousness, the way Kawaki has been going about this whole thing is just wrong, and Shikamaru and Sasuke and the Konoha Shinobi kind of going after him, not kind of going after him, like trying to kill him, kind of proves that, like, yes, you are right. Momoshiki can hijack Boruto's consciousness, but that doesn't give you the right to just seal away Naruto and Hinata and make a unilateral decision to just kill Boruto. It's not your decision to make, man. Well, I was just, like, hoping at least in Boruto Two Blue Vortex we could see Kawaki improvement, but he's just gotten weak. His battle senses have dulled. Like I said, he has been unimpressive. Like, we've seen amazing feats from Boruto, obviously. We've seen some great feats from Sarada. I can even say Shikadai has dramatically improved. Jura complimented Shikadai, but you know what? Jura doesn't think of anything of Kawaki. He said, oh, I can get you anytime. I want to pursue the Nine Tails. I mean, it doesn't get any more disrespectful than that. Maybe Boruto's One Punch, but Kawaki has been hugely unimpressive in the manga and Boruto Two Blue Vortex, and like, I don't like his character. His character is like really bad. It's like you want to root for Kawaki to fail and go down and Boruto get his life back, and that's so sad because, again, the way Kawaki started, you wanted to root for him. You wanted him to know what it means to have a family and everything. But after everything he's done and what he continues to do, and he double downs on the lie, and he's just taking advantage of the omnipotence and people's trust, like, becoming an unredeemable character. How can you redeem Kawaki after he's taking advantage of the omnipotence? He's framing Boruto for the death of his own parents, and he's blaming in some of the chapters, I believe it was chapter 11 or 12 of Boruto Two Blue Vortex. He's saying that Boruto is working with the Shinju, and he's framing more deaths on him, and that's another lie that he's telling, because he knows Boruto isn't working with the Shinju. He helped defend the village after all, but he has this rigid mindset that he has to destroy Boruto no matter what the cost, even if he has to cross moral boundaries to do it. So it's sad that with this character you were rooting for him to like have a true family and stuff, and now you're like, okay, yes, that happened, but you know, in the Naruto verse, there's a lot of people who've been, you know, wronged by the ninja system. That didn't justify like what they did. You know, Kawaki's being lumped in this category. I mean, at this point, who do you think it was worse, Sasuke or Boruto? Not Sasuke. Sasuke or Kawaki? Who was worse? Sasuke, let's add up the kind of things he did. Okay, he left with Orochimaru, who killed the third Hokage and the fourth Kazekage. And then he also experimented and killed a lot of Uchiha and experimented a lot of Konoha shinobi and citizens. He joined the Akatsuki himself, and Sasuke became an affiliate of the Akatsuki. He attacked the 5 Kage Summit. He was on the side of the Akatsuki when the war started. When the war was over, he tried to kill the 5 Kage and the Tsukiyomi. So those are the stuff he did. That's a lot. And then we have Kawaki, who sealed away Naruto and Hinata, who framed Boruto for it, said he killed them, which was really bad. Think about how big Naruto is in the ninja world. Like, he's a really important person. And then he switches life with Boruto, and he's taking advantage of like Boruto's name and the name of Naruto being Naruto's son. And who's worse in this? Like, in my mind, I was thinking Kawaki. Now when I say it out loud and I'm adding it all up, it may still be Sasuke. But Kawaki's still like stooping to a whole new low. Just when you think you can't get any lower, he's proving you wrong. This is my video on Kawaki. I'm really not liking the character now. What I really don't like about him is his character right now. About how he's going through this thing where the ends justify the means, and there's no moral boundary that's off limit for him to cross to eliminate Boruto, because Boruto is a threat to the world. Yes, but again, who says you have the right to unilaterally like make all these decisions and decide like whether like Boruto dies or not? It's really not like your call to make. Even if you're right, still not your call. And man, you just can't help but feel like really disgusted in the character right now. So that's all we have for today. If you liked what I had to share, please hit the like button and subscribe. Share this video with all your friends, and all of you have a great day. Also, let me know in the comment section whether you like Kawaki's character or not right now.